What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? I'm going to start with statistics, give you my opinion, and then give you my prediction on this particular fight. Abbas Magomedov versus Joe Pyfer. I am going to okay. Before I give you my opinion, let's go through the statistics. I feel so strongly about this particular fight. I just wanted to go straight into my opinions as opposed to starting with the statistics. So, Abbas Magomedov is going to have a 3-inch reach advantage, which is going to be pretty impressive, or rather, pretty significant, especially because I think this fight might play out on the feet, but it probably might not play out on the feet. I'll explain. So that's significant enough to actually influence how the fight plays out on the feet. As far as finishing ability, both of them are pretty good, but Joe Pyfer is a little bit better with an 86% finishing rate, which is pretty impressive. But I mean, Abbas Magomedov has a 75% finishing rate, still pretty decent. So both of them have the ability to finish the fight. Um, as far as striking, Joe Pyfer is going to be a little bit more active. But if we all know Joe Pyfer, if he doesn't finish the fight in the first round, he's probably going to win the first round. But if he doesn't finish it in the first round, he's going to be a little bit tired in the second, um, and um, and in the third, I think it's gonna be a very very bad night for him. As far as defensively, both of them are pretty good. Not good, but they're pretty decent defensively. They are able to avoid getting into bad positions as far as striking goes. So I have a little bit more confidence um, in the fact that this fight probably goes to a decision, and I don't like my pick for that particular reason. So as far as striking goes, it's hard to actually give anyone the advantage early. Early, I'll give the advantage to Joe Pyfer. I think he's going to have a bit of an advantage early. Um, and late, I think I'm going to give the advantage to Abbas Magomedov. So going past the first round, I think he's going to have a bit more success. Um, Go to past the first round, Abbas Magomedov is going to have the success. In the first round, Joe Pyfer is going to have the advantage, right? So my other thing, okay, let me before I give you my opinion, let me go to the grappling. So as far as grappling goes, this is where I have my biggest issue because on the feet, I think the fight will be very evenly matched. Obviously, with the power advantage going to Joe Pyfer. Um, so it'll be going to Joe Pyfer, but it's going to be in the first round. And past the second and third is going to probably be Abbas Magomedov. So hopefully Joe Pyfer finishes this fight in the first round, because if it goes past the first round, then it's gonna be a serious problem. As far as grappling goes, I think Abbas Magomedov is going to have the advantage, largely because I think Abbas Magomedov is significantly better defensively as far as grappling goes and offensively, and he shoots a little bit more. He has better cardio. Why am I not picking a buzz? Oh man, I've implemented a different type of strategy for predicting fights. So, in all honesty, my opinion is Abbas is going to win this fight. But because of the strategy that I'm using, I'm going to pick Joe Pyfer against my better judgment. Um, I think Abbas Magomedov might be better technically as far as striking goes. I think Joe Pyfer is a little bit more like a brawler as opposed to a striker or a kickboxer. I feel like Abbas Magomedov is a better kickboxer. So on the feet, I think technically Abbas is going to be better. Obviously, Pyfer has the power. Even though Abbas Magomedov has power as well, I think Pyfer might have a bit of an advantage as far as power goes. But technique-wise, especially when you combine the fact that he has a 3-inch reach advantage, he might have a bit of an advantage on the feet. Grappling-wise, Joe Pyfer is not particularly good at defending takedowns. He's decent, he's not good. So I think that's a hole that Abbas Magomedov will probably exploit. I can't believe I'm not listening to myself on this particular one. But my subscribers and I are going with Joe Pyfer. Even though 90% of me thinks Abbas Magomedov is going to win this one. This sucks. Hopefully, Joe Pyfer actually wins this one. But you know what? Abbas Magomedov is a little bit more entertaining and better. He doesn't gas out in the third round. And at one point, Abbas Magomedov was criticized for not having a good gas tank. And look at me now saying Abbas Magomedov has better cardio. Which shows how pretty crappy Joe Pyfer is. I would like to see a match between Bo Nigel and Joe Pyfer. Pyfer probably loses that one. In any case, yeah, that's my official pick. My subscribers and I are going with, what's his name? Joe Pyfer. I'm not happy with this pick, but I mean, it is what it is. Anyway, thank you for joining me, guys. I love and appreciate all of you. Until next time, deuces.